Bessie clamps. Yeah, Dylan taught me the ways. Yeah, not OSHA fish or OSHA safe, but that's out. We got to swap some things over, and then we got to put it back in. You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag. So, before we dive into today's video, I'd like to clear some things up. So, we roll into Triticale, and the mower is running to drop grass. Chopper starts knocking. I really didn't get much video of it actually knocking, because I was pretty nervous about even letting it run, so I wasn't going to go grab a camera and let it sit there and have it run and knock. This video I got at home, and the knocking, well, you'll see. It got a little worse as we went, and it wasn't that far away. So, yeah. When you hear a motor knocking, that costs a lot of money, like a lot of money. Head gaskets alone on the thing are like $1,200 last time I did anything. Never mind anything else on the motor. So I am very blessed that I did buy a parts machine out of New Brunswick, Canada, 2.5 years ago. I'm thinking it was 2.5, maybe 2 years ago. From a gentleman that had previously reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to buy it. And I said, no. What about some parts at one point? And then when I blew up my gearbox on it, and I said, hey, do you still have that? So Sully actually went up, got me it. Brought it home, pulled the gearbox off, threw it in. Since then, I'm trying to think what else I've robbed off of it. I've robbed a lot of little stuff off of it. The machine is in much better cosmetic shape, but it has sat for years and years and years. So if I've had it for 2.5 years, I think it sat for maybe 4 years before that. The reason why it sat was because he got big enough in custom mowing that he couldn't keep up chopping his own feed. So they hire in the chopper, they milk cows, he custom mows, custom manure hauls, custom rock picks, which he started this year. I think he's on his 3rd Fendt now, and I think he wants 2 more. So the machine mechanically should all be there. The cutter housing, when I got it, was bound up some. Spout was absolutely junk, it just wore out. A lot of parts on it that you needed to replace. Oh, we've robbed the blower housing out of it. So when mine put, a paddle through it last year. So there's a lot of little mechanical stuff that would take a long, long time to get right. And you'd go out to go chop, and then all of a sudden you'd realize that's the problem. So that is why I never actually got the chopper going. I'm looking at it in the background as I edit this video. That's why I keep thinking about little things on it. So 4-wheel drive gearbox is something, and the axle is something that I want to switch to this chopper to regain 4-wheel drive. Somebody blew up my 4-wheel drive gearbox before the previous owner. But I am very blessed. So this chopper has, I think it's 3,300 hours, and I keep saying that, but I'm not exactly sure. Chopper I've been running has 6,420, and a lot of people asked, why did the motor start having an issue? Was it service? Was it just failure? So, self-propelled choppers literally are fire up and run wide open all their life. It's a pretty tough life on a motor. These Mercedes motors, they put them in tanks, and from what I could figure, they brought them from 300 horsepower to 500 horsepower. This motor is actually rated for 360. So you could bump it, but the application is not there. Like, you're probably going to destroy things downstream. So 360 horsepower for this size chopper, absolutely fine. But like I said, this motor sat. So we're going to fight some battles in the future videos, which you will see. I haven't filmed very much of actually removing it and things like that because there's not a lot of people that are ever going to learn from this video as far as how to pull a Mercedes V8 out of a Claas 695, because there's not many left. And I highly recommend getting an 800 series Claas if you're going to get one, just because of comfort, mechanical side of it, and parts readily available. Granted, Weavers is absolutely awesome. Called them this morning. They got parts coming for me that I need now that I got it running. So, teaser alert. But, yeah, stay tuned. Watch this video. Next one, we'll see what happens. But appreciate you guys watching, and let's dive into the video. Welcome back to the channel. So if you watched previously, we had some issues. Ooh, chopper issues. Yeah. Well, the running 695 chopper has a bad motor in it. It started knocking. Knocks are not good. So last night we spent quite a bit of time figuring out how this comes out of there, and here we go. So whole housing is out and it's ready to rock and roll. So turbos, everything, crank, it turns over. Well, it's freed up. I've never heard this motor run, but I am hoping that it's my saving grace. I know the previous owner of it, and he said, yeah, it ran. It's just been sitting around for so long. So, only other thing is, I got to get that other chopper back here to work on it. I don't really feel like working on it in the field. Every tool is out that we need to actually get this out, and we know what we're doing. So, yeah. Alrighty, let's dive into today, figure out what goes on. Appreciate you guys watching along, and hopefully we can get a chopper back together. We may end up putting the pull type chopper on to get going in the grass. Okay, let's see if we can get this home without locking it up. It is not happy, but we did make it home. Oh, poor thing. Not happy at all. But we are home. Here we go. Stripped down. Yeah. It's a little more work when you have everything still in the chopper, alternators, all your drives, everything like that. So 3 hours, just over 3 hours, and I'm definitely gaining on this. I'm figuring this stuff out. So it is ready to come out. Once it's out, we'll switch the starter. We've got to drain oil on that gearbox and then refill it, because that one's staying in there, and then we're gonna pick it up, put it in. They are chopping with the pull behind. They just started. My brother's driving truck. He's gonna bounce around, help me in between, get this pulled out and get that other one in. So I haven't been filming much because I'm literally rushing to get this done. But taking cross members off, everything like that, big learning experience. I never knew the chopper came apart the way it did. Yeah, appreciate you guys watching along though, because this is not how I expected my first cutting to go. Brother came over, gave me a hand in between truck and some. They're moving along, no doubt, so it's good that the pull type is there. But yeah, number 2 is out. That one's going in. Oof. This one fought us a little bit more, and I'm not really sure why. Everything is the same except for this line. I had to undo it. So it did come out though. Bessie clamps. Yeah, Dylan taught me the ways. Yeah, not OSHA official or OSHA safe, but that's out. We got to swap some things over, and then we got to put it back in. Well, then we got to put that one back in. So I put gear oil on that one. The gear oil that came out actually looked pretty good as far as the angle gearbox. Yeah. Whew, always something.
I'm
good here. He's gonna have to go back though.
Go back a little bit.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Good? Good. Everything's gonna move a little bit. Yeah. What? Suspension? So go forward. I moved it. Okay. With the screwdriver. Go to the right. I still need it. What do you need?
I need to go to the back, no?
Yeah.
I go to the back.
Yeah. No, that's what we gotta do. So. Hold on. You close or no?
I'm fucking perfect right there.
Okay, go down.
Down.
Yeah, I got a little bit of wiggle I gotta do. There we go. It moved.
You still can wiggle a little bit, but
I gotta wiggle a little bit to get mine in.
I'm in it.
Yeah.
You want me to pull it out? Hey.
What?
You want me to pull it out or what?
No, leave yours in.
Okay.
Are you all the way in?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not. Can you put the nut in, or the block washer and the nut on the bottom?
The lock washer? Okay.
If you can do that, then he can pick it up and I can wiggle it.
Well, I'm thinking.
We're gaining. Slowly. But it is in there.
I'm in it.
You're tight?
Yep. Pull my fingers.
Have him go down. I'm going to take this front chain off.
Okay, go down.
And then we'll just have the back one on to turn it.
Go down.
Keep
Down
going.
more.
Keep going.
Good. Which way you go do it?
I'm just going to take this one off.
Oh yeah. The ones on the front, I assume this is the hose you have here.
I think so. I got to look. Yeah, I got two over here. And then I got two smaller ones that go on the side. But have them pick it up.
Pick it up?
Yeah, and I'm going to have them rotate it a little bit so that mine falls in.
Not slipping, Shine. You can slip it tonight. Come on.
Yep, go up, go up, go up. Take the pressure off that.
Go up. Go up.
Go up. Okay, keep going. Okay, a little more. A little more. There. Yep. Good. Yeah, there's two, well, there's 4 bolts. 2 are bigger.
Yeah.
With washers on them, and 2 are smaller.
Yeah.
The 2 bigger ones go in the back, so we're gonna have to move this forward.
I need you to move that way.
Yeah, I gotta go up like this. So now that he's up and we're locked in, because these have a little bit of wiggle room, have him go over to the left, and that's gonna swing it up.
To the left.
Yeah. Like forward to the left. And then snug?
Yeah, you put it on.
Okay, I've got oil in it, wired back up, no belts or coolant or anything of that, because we're going to test fire and make sure it actually starts up. So nothing's connected. It's just a standalone motor pretty much. It's got the gearbox, but that was already connected. So the plan is to give it a start and make sure that it does something. And once we know it does something, then we will yeah, finish putting it together. So we actually just ran down and chopper plugged because they ran into grass that was too green. So they plugged and they broke a master link. So they're gonna switch and go chop the triticale. And then they only got 9 acres left of grass on the ground. But it's big rows and it's wet and the sun's closing, so they're not gonna chop it today. Haven't been filming much because, well, this is exhausting. Racing. This side's good. The other side has some water in one of the cylinders, even though we cranked it over yesterday. It is absolutely battling me. So I got the manifold off so I can see what cylinder. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to pull the head, but I'm trying not to do that. I'll check in with you guys in the morning.